What is really happening behind the headlines? Why has President Cirro's reported visit to Tel Aviv sparked so much discussion across the Horn of Africa? And why are observers closely watching the reactions coming from Somalia, Djibouti, and other regional players? Today, we break down the latest developments, examine the possible political and diplomatic implications, and explore what this could mean for the future of regional relations. Before we begin, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates. Let's get started. The Horn of Africa remains one of the world's most strategically important regions. Located along major international shipping routes and connecting Africa, the Middle East, and Asia, every diplomatic move made by leaders in the region is closely watched. Reports surrounding President Cirro's arrival in Tel Aviv have immediately generated speculation among political analysts and media outlets. Supporters argue that expanding international engagement can create new opportunities for trade, investment, technology transfer, and diplomatic cooperation. Critics, however, question how such developments might affect existing regional relationships. As a result, the discussion has moved beyond a simple diplomatic visit and become part of a larger debate about regional influence and future alliances. Pause. The key question now is simple. What exactly could this mean for the Horn of Africa? To understand the significance of these developments, we must first understand the strategic importance of the Horn of Africa. The region sits near the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. Every year, a significant portion of global trade passes through these waters. Major international powers have shown growing interest in strengthening relationships across the region. Countries around the world view the Horn of Africa as important not only for trade but also for security, energy routes, and geopolitical influence. This is why diplomatic engagements often receive attention far beyond the region itself. Observers note that every new partnership can potentially influence economic opportunities, infrastructure projects, and future investment decisions. This is where the current discussion becomes especially interesting. Many analysts believe that regional competition for influence is increasing, and every major diplomatic move is being viewed through that lens. As news of the visit spread, attention quickly turned toward possible reactions from Somalia and Djibouti. Political observers have been carefully analyzing statements, media coverage, and diplomatic signals. For Somalia, regional diplomacy remains a sensitive topic because of ongoing discussions about sovereignty, international partnerships, and regional cooperation. Djibouti, meanwhile, occupies a unique position as one of the region's most important transportation and logistics hubs. Because of its strategic location, developments involving neighboring territories often attract attention from policymakers in Djibouti. Experts suggest that any major diplomatic shift in the region naturally encourages neighboring governments to assess their own interests and priorities. Whether these reactions lead to significant policy changes remains unclear. But there is no doubt that the developments are being watched very closely. Beyond regional politics, international actors are also paying attention. Global powers continue to compete for economic partnerships, access to trade routes, and strategic influence. Technology cooperation, infrastructure investments, security partnerships, and trade agreements have become increasingly important components of modern diplomacy. This means that diplomatic engagements are rarely viewed in isolation. Instead, they are often seen as part of broader regional and global trends. Some analysts believe that stronger international relationships could bring economic benefits. Others warn that regional tensions can increase if competing interests are not carefully managed. The reality is that diplomacy often involves balancing opportunities with challenges, and that balance will be critical moving forward. So what comes next? Several possibilities exist. First, we could see increased diplomatic engagement among regional governments. Second, there may be new discussions focused on trade, investment, and economic cooperation. Third, international partners may become more active in supporting initiatives aimed at strengthening regional connectivity. At the same time, governments across the Horn of Africa will likely continue evaluating how these developments affect their long-term strategic interests. One thing is certain. The story is far from over. Political leaders, diplomats, analysts, and citizens across the region will continue monitoring events closely. Every new statement and every new meeting could provide clues about the direction the region is heading. The coming weeks and months may reveal whether this moment represents a routine diplomatic engagement or the beginning of a larger geopolitical shift. As the situation continues to develop, one question remains at the center of the conversation. Could these developments reshape regional relationships in the Horn of Africa? Only time will tell. For now, the region remains focused on what happens next and how leaders respond to the changing diplomatic landscape. What do you think? Will these developments create new opportunities for cooperation, or could they lead to greater regional competition? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next update.